This is Van Velding on the Banana Viking server. I'm recording this on Monday night because the original video I had recorded where I actually went out and got that freaking skeleton horse that was over there that I've been talking about for the longest time getting. Yeah, that was totally garbage and I had to cut it up. And in the process of exporting it, I have this NVIDIA video card, NVIDIA, which has the worst habit of just having a tiny little stroke in the middle of me trying to do goddamn anything. So my diction was terrible, and I doubt that I've improved on that. There was a lot of quietness. There was a lot of debate. Wondered aloud if I was going to keep it at all, and I eventually decided just fucking publish it. No one watches these. And eventually I had to go in and I cut out all the quiet parts, which is fucking deal. Honestly, fighting 6 skeletons mounted on the back of skeleton horses would have been less arduous. Goddamn editing that thing. But I did it. I took out all the quiet parts. It would be nothing but a steady stream of me talking about shit, which I assume is the most compelling part of these things. And then I went to export it, and my NVIDIA sound card had a goddamn stroke where everything on both my screens just goes completely black. And whatever the fuck I'm exporting, hit film just goes, whoop, I'm done, can't do it, no way, no way, let me save. And then it just says, let me save for like ever. And then eventually I have to do a hard shutdown through Process Manager. So, yeah, so now I'm doing this, and I'm gonna goddamn just talk and motherfucking talk. So we had all them shootings and people are trying to blame it on video games. Let me tell you, I don't think that's reasonable at all. Like, if you follow me in the slightest, you probably, via other social media, probably know that I'm a guy who believes that a civilized society can let private citizens own guns. And, like, that's doable. Countries do that. Fucking country seems to be running short on goddamn... And that's the thing that gets me. Not to veer too sharply off that course, is the same people who go, yup, people are stupid, are the same people who are going to argue that goddamn private ownership, Chris, you just walked past the food. Private ownership of guns is some inherent right and not kind of weird hill to die on. Look, these are the people who believe that the only form of tyranny is freaking left-wing folks coming out with totalitarian government plans out of nowhere like they're John fucking Cena. In the deepest dreams of every hardline conservative and Second Amendment advocate, frothing at the mouth Second Amendment advocate is a dream where you hear the John Cena music, but then it's like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in a hat, a John Cena hat. They're like, oh no, and they're gonna take away our rights. And that's, I swear to God, wakes up a plurality of conservatives in cold sweats. And it's just always ridiculous. Like, yeah, we're going to give you health care. That's a path to tyranny. It's like, what isn't a path to tyranny, guys? Fucking honestly. What isn't? So anyway, so instead of actually funding healthcare to deal with mental health or just doing anything, just even some performative regulation of gun ownership, they've decided to blame video games again because their base doesn't play video games, and because their base believes in their heart of motherfucking hearts that, yes, keep walking into that. Oh, god damn it, I got a loose cow now. We got a broken udder over here. Oh god, we got 2 broken udders. Sorry, I should have told you to look away before I did that. So yeah, it was just like, oh, video games bad for some reasons. Like, actually the left agrees that there are a number of ideas included in modern video games which are antithetical to good, well-adjusted citizenship. And that if the gaming industry, won't be responsible fucking stewards of the content that they put out, then maybe we should have to put in governmentally, have some input in that. Would be the worst idea. industries should regulate themselves, and if they can't regulate themselves, then yeah, people via the government should come in and regulate them. Like, thing is, there's no resistance to that idea on the left. The problem is, it's not just, oh look, there are a bunch of guns. There are patterns of violent behavior in video games that you see echoed in television and movies. And honestly, if we're going to ask the entertainment industry to step in and uh, I don't want to say submit themselves, we're going to ask the government to step in and tell fucking one entertainment industry to fucking check itself before it wrecks itself. Like, there is no difference between doing that for video games and doing that for movies and television and fucking music. And honestly, I think that is the surest way to shut this down, to go say, yeah, come on, regulate the entire entertainment industry. Fucking make them do things that are socially conscious and hold them responsible for the ideas that they put into the public. And that would shut it down real quick, because fucking idiots that don't play video games do watch movies, and they say, oh no, that's different somehow. I fucking call their bluff on that. I don't think we're at the point where we need to regulate those things. I really don't. But I think if idiots are going to try to push for regulation in the absence of any kind of internally logically consistent oversight, then I mean, yeah, fuck them. Yeah, what we're doing today is we're just harvesting stuff around the base. Because I'm just too angry to do anything else. I might go on a little later about plans I have for, just rip everything up. Rip everything up. I'm tired of dancing around this uneven chunk, uneven fucking sugarcane shit. I'm just gonna replan it all. Just fucking pull it all up. I've had the worst. Well, it's Monday, but last week was just the worst week. Just blah, blah, and then on top of that, blah. So you know what? And fucking part of that's trying to record, and part of that's recording the second season of Orville, or if Cecinas Pa Star Trek, that big podcast that I've had recorded for a year that I haven't been able to publish because I have admittedly dropped the ball a lot. And also my co-host decided at the last minute that the episodes aren't good enough and he wants to do something about that. Honestly, I'm just about to pitch fucking re-recording and then cranial trauma to him. Get this shit done. I want this project off my plate. Way past it done. I'm having so much money-based suities over the goddamn The Beige and the Bold, which I've got some new ideas for the new season. So nothing big and dramatic, not another multi-part marathon or anything. Just, some new ideas. And I'd like to do that. And this 4-month hiatus is actually driving me a little bit nuts, a little more nuts than I thought it would. And I'm just ready to get back fucking into it. And I'm ready to get The Beige and the Bold done forever. The Orville ended up being pretty good by the end of the second season. I am actually excited for the third season of the Orville. And that little evaluation is going to save you watching the entire second season of Cecinas Pa Star Trek, the Orville podcast by myself and my co-host. But I'm engaged with the Orville now, but I still want the project to be over. Because while I've known this guy for a long time and I want to do a thing with him and it's cool and I think we get along, I really just want this podcast to be over. I want this project to be done so I can do the next project. I think one of the things I'm going to pitch is, just as an older individual who is on the internet, who looks at so much content that's just made for goddamn teenagers and people who are glued to their phones. And yes, I am genetically one half baby boomer. Figure that out. I just want some kind of sedate, intellectual, fun to listen to, poignant little thing that I do with other people my own age, which is goddamn fun and maybe a little bit silly, and we just have a good fucking time with it, and just go out and maybe do role playing or play Minecraft or play some other goddamn game with people who are my own age, and we can talk about things and disagree with, and just, I'm a person in my 30s who's trying to make new friends. My old friends are great. My old friends are busy, and I have less in common with them. And, um, you know, I want to make stuff, and my friends don't. And I like even doing this series. Oh, goddamn, I have too much sugarcane. Well, you know what happens to too much sugarcane? It gets turned into too much goddamn paper. So, regardless, you know, I'm trying to get that done. If you're a long-time listener, you probably know that. I tried to do a role-playing / improv heavy project a few weeks ago during this hiatus from the Beige and the Bold, and that worked out poorly. I was gonna say it didn't work out well, but it worked out poorly. It went bad. You know, I'm not leader, and it's hard for me to get people to execute my vision. So maybe I can just aim a little lower, and we can work with other folks, and inevitably get the 50% concentration of douchebags kicked the fuck out. Where I put all the paper? Where'd all the paper go? Do I have the element? Oh, I do have the element. I was gonna go to the village and fucking take care of that shit. That's okay. And you know, I can turn some of this paper into books. I have almost a goddamn stack of leather. I can sell leather books made with leather to that motherfucker in the village who always wants to fucking do that. I have exactly one stack's worth of. No, I have exactly. All right, good. All right, I'm never gonna forgive myself for using up that much leather on motherfucking whatever the fuck I'm just about to do. Oh yeah. Books. Straight to the guy. So anyway, but that's gonna be, I think, a ongoing side project after I've finished the Orville podcast, which it may actually be simpler. It may be simpler to go back to basics. We record all of season 1 while recording season. If we re-record both seasons, that's going to be 12 plus 14, 26 episodes, 26 weeks, half a fucking year. God. If it's just 1 week per episode of season 2, that's took me 14 weeks. Is that going to be 4 fucking months? Go. For a project that I want done, I'm doing real bad at closing this piece of shit out. Okay, I cleared up my bad omen. Let's go to the village. Let's trade some fucking bullshit. I could be getting some melons and pumpkins and goddamn garbage. I don't give a shit. Oh, right, yeah. I can't believe this thing's going to end up being the center of my village. I might actually do like a 4-chunk part of my village. I swear to God, whenever you go through the nether, and you're in a nether portal, it doesn't turn you. And I think it's supposed to do that. I haven't checked my realm recently for that, but like I swear to God it is. And it just doesn't do it. Look, I'm going to face north here, and I'm going to come out of the portal, and I'm still going to be facing north. It's honestly fucked up, and it's not fucked upness. See, still facing north. What the hell? Alright. I guess I haven't been here long enough for any of this shit to grow back. Hey, you, librarian. Fucking come here. You're going to buy some goddamn books. You're a farmer. Fuck off. Fuck off on general principle. What are you doing? Are you people sleeping? Ah, God, you're fucking sleeping. If there's a spare bed. Oh, God. I may have done too well at this. Alright, let's go up here. There we go. Sleeping in here, sleeping where a cat is. Don't know how a cat got here. I know what it is. I've expanded these buildings. I may have put windows into some of them, but I never actually put glass in those windows. I don't know how that. Alright. Ah, God. You're a fucking farmer. Fuck. Put a lot of composters in this town. Like, too many composters. Admittedly, there is a lot of. Hey, we're trading. Oh, Frostwalker. Fun. 4 books for 1 emerald? Get fucking bent. Fuck off. Jesus. What is wrong with you? 4 books for 1 emerald. God. If I didn't need you not dead, I would have killed you myself. You, come here. You better have a better rate on books. You don't. Any rate on books. You guy, fella. Fire protection 2. Not a bad deal, actually. I guess that other guy's gonna rip me off for books, isn't he? I guess he's gonna have to. Come on, I know there's some motherfuckers up here. Come on, motherfuckers. Hey, look, that's a motherfucker. That's a fuck. And around the corner, yes. God damn. Fuck. Efficiency 2, huh? That's not bad. Alright, well, your deal is just as crap as the other guy's deal. I probably could have metered that out and leveled the other guy, but going glass from you. I'm not quite out of books. I get a pair of efficiency books. Alright, nope, nope, nope. You're still Garbo. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to use most level you, buddy. Sorry. You missed it out whenever I had paper. You should have gotten me. You should have been aggressive about leveling yourself. You. Nope, still paper guy. Wait. No, wait, you sell books too. Nope, you sell bookshelves. Fuck you. You sell fire protection. Is fire protection worth 17 emeralds? I can't even afford that if I wanted to. God, 17 emeralds. Jesus. Dude, you selling something not insane? Frostwalker and looting. God. I thought I was wealthy because I had a stack of emerald blocks, but this guy is just... God damn. You guys sell anything cool? Probably just some listening melons and what. Yeah, not much. Alright. I mean, I guess I could sell some of these, honestly. I just don't goddamn want to. The return on investment is so bad. These are only, wow, those are actually more expensive than books. Books are a little more flexible. I mean, you get the diamonds too, but I mean, I'm not exactly hurting for diamonds. What are you offering? Oh, fire protection. Douchebag. You? Alright. Should level these guys instead of making books. But, you know, live and learn. And then fuck those guys. Jeez. Alright. I need to move this chest, actually. Otherwise, they're just going to walk right over it. Spruce saplings? Anything else in here? A sign? Yeah, I don't care about that. Yep. Oh, here we go. Anyway. God, right. Yeah, so, you know, people have been blaming video games for... Okay. See, I'm disoriented because I'm not being disoriented. That's the thing. That's the problem. So, you know, and it's like... I think video games should do violence less. I think that having video games that are... Having first-person shooters be the flagship representatives of the video gaming industry is something we should all be more skeptical about. I think there are way more ways to model conflict than just shooting people. Like, even Splatoon, where you're just trying to cover things with paint, which is a really clever inversion of shooters. Would be way better. And then you would immediately, right? Like, you can hear the people whining right now. Like, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, it's like, oh, you have to shoot a real person or else it's just, you know, like the concept of the self-discipline to have something that's not a shoot, a whole chicken. People would be like, oh no, you're watering it down. Oh, it's for babies. Like, well, like, why is it important to you to kill like a whole real person in your fantasy life? Like, why is that important? Why is it that you just don't feel like you're experiencing a game? Why is it not fun if you're not killing simulated people? You know, I'd like to interrogate that premise because it bears some interrogating. You know, it's fucked up, honestly. I think for the rest of this thing, what I'm gonna do is I'm about to do an outro, but I'm just gonna sort some stuff. I think one of the things I want to do is I want to separate the wools from my dyes and dye precursors. I like to have their own little chest separate from each other. That might require terracotta. Might require a third or fourth chest. My diagram for this has like 8 chests to deal with all the different dyeable specs and things that I need Terracotta cursor. Yours can go here. All banners can go down here for now. Even carpet can green. That's pattern. Wish I had more banner patterns like beds. I think it's good. I think it's good for what I got right now. It's gonna be good. All right. So anyway, and it's just a distraction. You know, it's a distraction to say, oh, it's video games, and you don't intend to do anything about video. It's a distraction to say, oh, it's about mental health, when you don't intend to do anything about mental health. And I think it's infuriating to put forward as if it's a substantive political strategy, something you're not going to do. And then you just expect people to believe it, expect people to go along with it. Like, come on. You know, it's not that I think you're a douchebag, it's that the fact that you think I'm an idiot that is making me angry here. Exactly what the attempt to scapegoat. I'm like way off here. That's green. Here, and this into purple. Other side, we're not going straight to purple. We're going to do magenta, then purple, then blue, then cyan, then light blue, and then cyan. Yeah, light blue, light blue, cyan, then green. I think that is going to be my organizational scheme. Fuck pink. Here, don't know how that worked out, but I guess it did. White. Yeah. I always tend to get more white wool. Because I've dyed all these sheep already, that may not be the case for this one. And this utility, and then eventually I'll move all this shit. Like right now. Because it doesn't look good. But once I get this whole thing organized, I think it looks pretty good. You get a good spectrum going. And I stole off of some town by a desert. Cursors, and that's it. Alright, well, that's everything. So, we'll see you later.